All right, week 6 in the books. Sorry this is coming out so late. I just totally forgot that I didn't make this. It is Thursday, and I'm putting this out, but I'll get it done. Brian, thank you for the reminder. And since you did remind me, I could see why you wanted to have a commish dish this week. Your team did very well. So let's talk about your team for a second. You played Max, beat him by over 100 points, 635 to 535 and a half. Brian, your team hit for a 326 average, 12 home runs with 2 home runs allowed for a solid 6 triple R rating. Keep those points. That's how you win. Don't give up those bombs. Your pitchers can. That's how your pitchers get those points. Max, you hit for a 241 average with 9 home runs, 5 home runs allowed for a 1.8 triple R. Might be why you lost. Brian, best player was Strasburg, 13 2/3 innings pitched. Didn't give up a single home run. Struck out 14 for 98 points. Max, your best player was Judge, 391 average with 3 bombs for 78 points. Brian, can't really say anything bad about your team. Every single player on your team had a positive point total. That is pretty impressive. Max, your team wasn't terrible. I mean, 535 and a half isn't bad. But DeGrom struggled in his first start back from the DL. Only made it through 1 inning, albeit his start was delayed. The game was delayed due to rain. Only made it through 1 inning. He walked the bases loaded, struck out 2, and then recorded the out. Threw 45 pitches, and he was pulled for precautionary reasons. I think he's okay, is what they said. But only 2.5 points. It hurts when he's been money, and when he only gets you 2.5 points, it's difficult to come back from that. And I guess there was a 6-pack involved. That's a nice bet. I would bet a 6-pack of beer. That doesn't hurt, doesn't taste bad, doesn't make you want to throw up. Good bet. Good job, Brian, on your victory. We'll talk about Taylor and myself next. Taylor, I beat you. Sorry, buddy. With a 564.5 to your 518, and that 518 earned you the silver shitter for last week. Not the best week for you. Keuchel tried to win it. 15 innings pitched, 2 starts, didn't allow a single home run with 12 strikeouts for 111.5 points. My best player was Stanton, 391 average, very similar to the Judge. With 3 home runs and 75 points. So they're very close, both Stanton and Judge playing for the same team. As a team, Taylor, you hit for a 278 average. Only 4 home runs hit and 3 home runs allowed for a 1.33 triple R. Not a whole lot of home runs in our matchup because I only hit 6. And I had a 280 average with a 1.5 triple R. I allowed 4 home runs. Nothing really to complain about my team. They all did okay. Didn't get the offensive put out I wanted, but it was enough to beat you, Taylor. That's all that really matters. But Taylor, you would have won had it not been for this guy. Drew Steckenrider. He's some relief pitcher for Miami. Came in, recorded 1 out, but gave up 4 hits and 2 home runs for a negative 38.5 points. Brutal. So, Taylor, I beat you there. Next matchup, Maggie, you played Jack. Maggie brought the pain train for the 2nd week in a row, kicking Jack's ass, 657 to 604.5. Maggie's team is good. They're turning it on. A 325 average for 13 home runs, 8 home runs allowed, a 1.625 triple R. Compared to Jack's 279 average, 11 home runs, to 5 home runs allowed for a 2.2 triple R. God, Maggie, Lindor has been hitting everything. He hit for a 600 average, 4 home runs for 104 points. That is crazy. And Jack, you did get 2 decent starts from Paxton. We got 1 decent start from Paxton, 1 incredible start. He pitched 15 innings, 2 starts, allowed 1 home run with 11 strikeouts, 111 points. One of those starts was a no-hitter. That was impressive against Toronto, I believe. Maggie dropped Bundy. 7 innings pitched, allowed 4 home runs for negative 17 points. That doesn't sound too bad, but when you take into consideration his first start, I think, was negative 63.5 points. He didn't make it through the first inning and allowed all 4 of those home runs. Maybe recorded 1 out. I don't even know. Negative 60 points. Maybe drop him. I don't know. Jack, your worst player, was surprised. I didn't know he fell off the train this hard. Didi Gregorius, one of the hottest players in baseball to start the season. Not so good last week. Hit 1 for 27. 1 base hit in 27 appearances. That's a .037 average for negative 13.5 points. Jack, drop him. No one's going to pick him up. I definitely wouldn't pick him up. I think you're safe to drop him. And then the matchup I really wanted to talk about was Joby versus Jamie. So again, another bet involved in this matchup. It was a good one. Jamie really wanted to win, though. It was 593 Joby to 730 points from James. That's the first person to break the 700 mark in a regular season matchup. So, Jamie, that earns you the Silver Slugger and the Golden Bat. Congratulations on that, James. Joby, your team hit for a 309 average, 13 home runs, 6 home runs allowed, a 2.167 triple R. Jamie, for some reason, I didn't write down these stats for you. I can't access it on my phone. But your team was money, James. Severino has been good all year long and was good again last week. 2 starts, 12 innings pitched, no home runs, 18 strikeouts for 96.5 points. Joby, Manny Machado tried to do work. He's been really good. He wants to get traded. That's what he's trying to do. A 370 average with 4 home runs for 81 points. Joby didn't really have anyone that did terrible. Villanueva for the Padres, again, isn't hitting a lot of bombs. He went 0 for 6 for he had no average, a 0 average. Drew 1 walk for negative 3 points. Jamie, I guess Gallo didn't really do much for you. 1 for 11 for a .091 average for half a point. The result of that matchup seems to have one of the best long-lasting effects I can foresee in a fantasy setting. I don't know if you guys have noticed, Joby's team name is something different. He went from being, what was your name, Yank Your Shank or something? Yank Your Shank? I don't know, something like that. To Joby is Joe Buck's bottom bitch. Joby, you just like being on the bottom. Because Jamie's name is Kyle Top Joby Bottom. There seems to be a recurring theme in team names here. But Joby, I don't know how you're gonna change that, but I feel like you have to bet Jamie again. No one else can. As the commissioner, I don't lay down the law often, but no one can give Joby the okay to change that team name. Joby, you cannot change your team name until you beat Jamie. That team name stands until you defeat Jamie Olander in any matchup. Postseason, regular season, whatever. You can't change that team name until Jamie is defeated by you. It's going to be a while. I hope you enjoy Joe Buck's dick. And on that note, I'm done. Keeping it short and sweet. Your Commish dish out.